Introduction to World Religion and Belief System. The beliefs and practices of Hinduism. Hindu practice involves the worship of a vast multitude of deities or gods and goddesses. And worship consists primarily of prayers. For Hinduism, it is usually enchanted prayers. And some of it are praise songs. And they offer food, milk, or money placed in front of a statue or idol of the god or goddess being worshipped. Worship, both corporate and individual, may take place in a temple for Hinduism. Some temples are dedicated to one god, while others contain statues representing a number of gods. Most Hindu homes have shrines as well, with pictures or smaller statues to represent the gods chosen for worship by that family. No one attempts to worship all 330 million gods. People choose a few that are important to a person's family, caste, occupation, or circumstances. Hinduism has an elaborate hierarchical structure for both gods and humans. At the top are Brahma, the creator, which is very different from Brahman or the ultimate reality. So there is a distinction between Brahma and Brahman. Shiva, the destroyer, which is also the god of fertility, and Vishnu, the preserver. These three together are called the Trimurti. Trimurti, which some Hindus believe represents three factors of Brahman and thus sometimes mistakenly equate with the Christian Trinity. The statues that represent these and the other gods and the goddesses are usually in somewhat human form, but there are exceptions. The popular Ganesh, the god of business and prosperity, is depicted as having the head of an elephant on a human body. Hanuman has the body and face of a monkey. Most gods for Hindus or those who believe in Hinduism or adhere in the religion of Hinduism, most gods have wives or consorts. And some of these goddesses have become popular enough to have their own temples and devotees. Lakshmi, for example, the goddess of wealth and good fortune, is the spouse of Vishnu. Kali is the consort of Shiva, which is usually depicted wearing a necklace of human skulls. The city of Calcutta literally means Kali Kat, which is named after Kali. Vishnu is a god of benevolence and love who is believed to sometimes appear on earth to help people. Since long before video games, the cyber world and the cinema made it into household word, avatar. Avatar was the term used for the appearances in various forms. For example, Krishna mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita is believed to be one of Vishnu's avatars. Among Hindus, Gautama, who became the Buddha, also is thought to be an avatar of Vishnu. According to Hindu legend, Vishnu has appeared 9 times already and will appear once more, riding on a white horse when he comes to judge the world. For humans, the hierarchy is called the caste. If you remember in your junior high school, I know that you encountered the word caste system when it comes in studying India and Hinduism as a brief or introduction. For humans, the hierarchy is called caste or caste. Everyone is born into a family that belongs to one and they remain in this case for their entire lives. It is believed for the Hindus, it is believed that karma determines one's case in the present life. Karma is the deeds done in the previous life. It is because of the karma why you are put into that kind of system. You are put into the caste system, why you had been belong to a kind of family. There are several thousand castes based on occupation, but they are grouped into four major categories. The Brahmins, the group of the priests, which are the highest and smallest castes. The Kshatriyas are rulers and warriors. The Vaishyas are merchants and landowner farmers. And the Shudras, who are the group of laborers. These Shudras are still divided into many categories of work. And at the bottom of the caste system or caste system are the Dalits. These are the traditionally called untouchables for being so ritually unclean that even their shadow falling on a highest caste person causes defilement. For example, I am a Brahmin and I saw a Dalit, the untouchables. Once the Dalit's shadow touches my shadow or even my skin, just only a shadow, I will become a defiled person. Dalits are often physically unclean as well since they do not have an access to community wells. Marrying someone from a different caste is still quite rare in India. If you are a Brahmin, you have to marry a Brahmin. If you are a Vaishyas, you have to marry a Vaishyas. If you are a Shudra, you have to marry a Shudra. So, again, marrying someone from a different caste is still quite rare in India. In theory, Hindu goal is to achieve moksha and escape reincarnation, but most Hindus, except some Brahmins, have no hope of that and think more in terms of how to be reborn into a higher caste. So these Brahmins have deep longing to be born out from the Brahmins and also would like to be reborn into a higher caste. One does this by reducing or eliminating karma by following the dharma for one's caste. Dharma, again, is often translated as duty. It defines what is expected to each case. As a Dalit, you have a dharma. As a Brahmin, you have a dharma. As a laborers, which we call the Shudras, you have a dharma. So, dharma is the one that is translated as duty in English and it defines what is expected of each case. A common statement is for the Hindus, it is a king's dharma to rule and it is a stone's dharma to be hard. Central to the dharmic reaction or dharma for lower case is that they serve the upper caste without envy. Trying to improve one's position in life is denying dharma and results in amassing even more bad karma. Plainly, this system is a major barrier to social change and improvement and is very controversial in today's world in India or in a contemporary India. For example, if you are born as a laborer or a farmer, you have the duty to become a farmer, a laborer for the rest of your life because that is your dharma, that is your duty. All through your life, you have to fulfill your duty. All through your life, you have to do your dharma. You have to act on it. It is your duty. Although most Hindus only pray to their gods about daily needs and desire, some practice prayer devotedly and work hard to progress toward moksha. Hinduism offers multiple paths by which this progress may be obtained. By far, the most common is devotion to particular god. The most popular gods are Shiva and Krishna. Those who devote themselves to one deity believe that particular God encompasses all facets of Brahman, and through sincere worship, this God may be inclined to help the worshipper achieve release from reincarnation. Another path is asceticism. Asceticism is an attempt at detachment from all worldly desires. This is very famous in India, that you have to become ascetic if you really would like to outwit or take all, or we say earlier, detach ourselves or yourself or the Hindus from all the desires coming from this world. In India, it is still common to see sadhus or the holy men wandering the streets and roads, walking, wearing a simple clothing, carrying only a begging bowl for food or a pot for food. Um, Being an ascetic is still common in India. Another path is meditation. This is more often associated with Buddhism, that we will about to discuss few weeks from now. Yet some Hindus focus on the inner self to find oneness with Brahman. The fourth path, quite rare today, is animal sacrifice. This method is a remnant holdover from the ancient religion of the Aryan invaders. One interesting Hindu doctrine is the ahimsa, meaning non-injury to life. This is the reason most Hindus are vegetarian. In the animal hierarchy, the cow is at the top for Indians or for the Hindu believing community. The cow is at the top. So even those who don't keep a strict vegetarian diet usually avoid beef. The higher case, even touching leather brings defilement. The handling of animal carcasses is left to the Dalits, the lowest of the low case system.